Hi everyone, my name is Sudham Duba, having an experience in this containerization technology from past 7+ years. As part of that, let's talk about what are the cloud platforms we'll be using in this particular training program. First, let us discuss what are the advantages we have in cloud computing over on-premises. First is cost. In a cloud, it provides pay-as-you-go service. Means we have to pay for the service what we have used, not for the underlying infrastructure. That is the advantage what we have in cloud computing. Second one is maintenance. The underlying infrastructure will be managed or will be maintained by your cloud providers. We have to take care of application development and management and deliver the product. Rest of the things will be managed by cloud provider. Third point is reliability. It will ensure that the cloud provider will deliver the consistent and predictable result. For example, if a cloud provider has developed a service, the service has to be functional as expected. That comes under reliability. And the next one is security, which is the most important in cloud. Since you are storing your data or you are managing your applications on the cloud data center, it has to be secured. This particular security will be managed by your cloud provider itself to ensure that your data is secured and it is not under attacks. And the next one is availability. Since you are storing your application data on this particular cloud, we should never lose the content. What they will try to do is, they will store the multiple copies of your data of the application or the cluster in multiple data centers. So that if any one of the data center has been collapsed due to some particular technical issue or climatic conditions, we can still access the content from another data center. That is the advantages what we have in cloud computing compared with on-premises. Let us discuss few cloud providers what we have. We have AWS, which is called as Amazon Web Services. And then we have Microsoft Azure Cloud. And then we have Google Cloud Platform. And then we have Alibaba Cloud. And then we have IBM Cloud and DigitalOcean and many more. These are the cloud providers what we use in many of the IT organizations to run their applications. Let us talk about few cloud services for containerized platforms. From AWS we have ECS. ECS stands for Elastic Container Service. If you want to run your application as a container in the form of Docker cluster, then we have to go for ECS service. The underlying infrastructure and the platform will be managed by AWS itself. We have to concentrate on building the image and deploying the applications. That is the advantage of ECS. And then we have ECR, which stands for Elastic Container Registry. If you have built your custom images and if you want to store in container registry, AWS is providing a service called ECR to store your public and private images. If you want to run your applications on Kubernetes cluster, in AWS we have a service called EKS, which stands for Elastic Kubernetes Service. These are the AWS services what we have for containerized platforms. Let us talk about few services for Microsoft Azure. First one is Azure Container Instances. And then we have Azure Container Registry. And then we have Azure Kubernetes Services. These are the services which are offered by Microsoft Azure to run your applications on containerized platforms. In order to manage these particular services on different clouds, we have to use infrastructure as a code tool, that is Terraform. Terraform is widely used nowadays in many of the organizations to manage their infrastructure for on-premises and cloud. In this particular training program, we will be teaching all the services what I've displayed here. Let us see how we have designed the program. KTS Engineers has created a program related to Docker and Kubernetes for cloud. If you select this particular tile, we are providing a different topics for AWS, Azure, and cloud projects as well. And it is a never-ending process. In upcoming days, we might be adding for GCP and other clouds as well. As of today, we have created a course for ECS, EKS and ECR under AWS Cloud. And for Microsoft Azure, we have created AKS, ACS, Azure Container Registry, and the projects related to all the cloud platforms. You can select the course whatever you want as per your organization requirement or as per your career and understand the containerization platform on cloud services. Happy learning.